where's our guy at? Where's Tyreek? I see him walking out.
Oh, yeah, with the blue shades on. He's right over there making his way onto the field. Tyreek Hill, his game, you always talk about from a defensive back's perspective. If you had to line up across from him, what would be running through your mind?
First of all, I don't believe that enough defensive backs give him enough respect. Most people think that this is a gadget guy. No, he's not a gadget guy. He's fast. He can make you look silly. But at the end of the day, he's a great football player, one of the top 5 wide receivers in all of football. And nobody scares me on a football field more than him if I'm a safety. Nobody.
And something that always makes me think of you, that he does too, teammates, coaches, anybody you talk to say he's the hardest worker in practice, gets after it during the week. How do you think that impacts the success that you see on the field?
You just think about the level of respect that the players have for Tyreek Hill, working that hard. Because it's tough coming in here banging, trying to recover, lift weights, ice, do all the little things that it takes in order to recover and be a great football player. And this guy does it every single week. Got a lot of respect for this young man. Hey. What's up, boy?
Tyreek. What up,
What's up, man?
Show us some energy, man.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
Here, big dog.
Well, I'm at.
Slide on in. We got a spot waiting for you right here.
Perfect.
Hey, what was the best part of getting this W tonight?
The best part?
Yes, sir.
Well,
Well,
for a football player and myself, you know this, Victory Monday. Yeah. That's the best part about it, man.
So he promised y'all Victory Monday.
He promised us Victory Monday, man. So I get a chance, kick it with the fam, hang out, watch film, review it with the teammates, and fix all the corrections. So
how nice was it having your boy Tua back, man? It just seemed like the offense clicked a little better.
You know what, man? Just having him out there, his mindset, his mentality, his energy, man, like his whole approach to the game, man, like is at a different level. And like guys around him feel that, so for us to have him back in there, man, it brings a certain edge to like each one of us. You know what I'm saying? I'm a smaller guy. There could be times like I got to block. Like I had to block Deion Bush several times tonight. He was like, "Reed, I need you to bring that mentality." So just small things like that, man, giving me the reminder. Just being that leader. Because we all need leaders sometimes. I lead in my way, he lead in his way. So having him back out there was dope, man, for all of us.
For your life, for your game, what's it been like coming down here to South Beach and playing in Miami?
Man, I've been living the American dream down here. I ain't gonna cap. Miami was made for me. I ain't gonna cap. I love Kansas City, man, but Miami was is really for me, man. Just everything about it, man. Fast-paced city. I'm a fast guy. Great food. I love to eat food. Good-looking people.
No state tax.
No state taxes, so I had to choose that, Hey, don't get me stiff-armed again. I got crushed against the Jets, so don't get me crushed again. I'm not saying nothing about state taxes.
Do you sense fear in the secondary when you and Waddle was out there? Because I'm watching y'all out here, man, warming up, and I said, even though they look very fast on film, they look even faster out here. Do you sense that fear in defense backs?
Oh, of course. Like every guy, they may sit, on TV or, do interviews and say, hey, we don't fear these guys, man. But we know deep down inside, man, speed kills, dog. And I got a ton of respect for those guys, in Pittsburgh, what they do with their secondary. Levi Wallace, Cam Sutton, especially Mika Fitzpatrick,
that's right.
Terrell Edmonds. I got a ton of respect for those guys, but those guys know, man, speed kills. And I even told, Mika, man, I'm gonna get you, man, before the night ends. And I almost got him right there on my little post route I had, but he shoestrained me.
What was the biggest concern with the Steelers defense that you guys had coming into the night?
Man, just making sure that, man, we got eyes on Mika Fitzpatrick, man. His ability, to roam around the field and make plays. He's a very rangy guy, so he really can do it all, man. Definitely doesn't have no weaknesses. So for us, man, just making sure that we cover him up down the field, and when the ball is in the air, we make sure we go attack the ball, because Mika has crazy ball skills, and so does the rest of the guys too.
We were just talking about how your teammates talk about the way you practice.
Yeah.
The coaches talk about the way you work in practice.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you choose to work like that?
That's just me, man. I feel like, all my life, man, people, discredited me for who I am or what I've accomplished in my life. Even when I was a kid, I've always been the smallest kid on every team, but I feel like I've always had the biggest heart. and I love this game, dog. I'd do anything to play this game for the rest of my life, man. So every time I step on the field, I make it my due diligence, you know, to work hard and to show the younger guys up under me, you know, how to work and how to lead, man, because they're the next generation. Jalen Waddle is the next generation, man. So 5 years from now, I want to see him continue growing his game, improving his game, and making sure that he's doing the same thing that I'm doing right now, which is working hard and leading this team, dog.
Awesome. But you know, last point I want to make, but you're also teaching the young guys, you could be a star in this league. You can get paid, but still work hard and still not take it for granted, because a lot of guys get paid and they shut it down. But we appreciate everything you do, man. We have a lot of respect for you. Thanks for hanging out with us,
Y'all
man.
kicking me off?
Hey, we only got a few minutes, bro.
You can hang out for the next 3 hours as far as I'm concerned, man. I'll talk to you all night.
Hey,
you kidding me?
The cheetah is here all night, baby.
The
cheetah is here all night.
He's here all night.
Hey, how about these fans out here in Miami, man? They've been chanting your
Yeah, we outside tonight, Miami. We outside tonight. Pull up on your boy.
Hold on, I got one more question for you.
What's up?
You got to give props to that offensive line. I thought that offensive line played well tonight.
Hey, we all know in football, man, that everything starts up front, man, and that is what Mike McDaniel preaches. It all starts up front with the offensive line. Those big fellas was moving like elephants on a parade tonight, so they did their thing. T-Stead led the way. B, Brandon Shell, Connor Williams, them boys did their thing, and the young boys stepped up too, man. So, man, for them boys to protect Tua like that, being able to create lanes for the run game, and then, you know, also help us, you know, get open down the field, that's tremendous, man. So,
what about your head coach? Because you mentioned him right there, Coach McDaniel. What kind of a personality has he brought to this locker room, this city, this team?
Well, with Coach McDaniels, man, like, I will say this, he's a very energetic coach, and you always know what you're going to get every single day, you know. He's fresh. He has a lot of ideas, you know, and, you know, a lot of guys relate to him in the locker room, you know, so we look at him as like an uncle or something.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, man, you know, I've been in this game a long time. I feel like I played with one of the greatest head coaches in the league, man.
Absolutely.
So for me coming into this offense, I was kind of you know, but me being around him, you know, understanding who he is as a person, seeing him around his family, man, he really respects the game of football. And for me, you know, he holds me accountable every day, and I love that, dog. I love when people hold the cheetah accountable, man.
Hey, I got to ask you this. When you look at this offense, how far are you guys away from being the type of offense that you guys envision?
Oh, man, there are plenty of ways, you know, I feel like everybody can, you know, get better at. You know, like, we're not great. You know, we're a very young team. You know, so all we got to do is, you know, continue to want to get better. Like, we never can come into a game or into a situation and think that, hey, we have arrived, you know, because none of us have arrived. You know, all of us trying to get better, all of us trying to reach the same goal, you know, and that goal is to win the next game and the next game and the next game. So it's our mindset.
Talk about the improvement of Waddle, man, because you could tell he's been paying close attention to you and just the energy, just everything that he brings on the football field.
Well, hey, practicing hard in practice, man. I tell them, man, every week I tell the guys in practice, during the work week, I say, guys, the game week, well, I said the game is dessert, dog.
That's right.
Like we gonna say that for last.
You get paid to practice.
But this practice right here,
that's what Junior Sam used to tell me.
Hey, this practice right here is where we gonna, you know what I'm saying, make our money at, dog.
Right.
Like, this is where the coaches, you know, really, you know, get to see if they really can trust you in those big moments, dog.
Hey, where that dog come from, dog? Because you just seem like you mad at you ain't mad, but you like a happy man. Where that dog come from? Your mom, your dad, where'd it come from, bro?
I ain't gonna lie, man. My mom was she was a beast. She was a true beast, man. My mom, like, shout out to my mom. She probably in the stand, so she probably in the car waiting on me. So my mom and my grandmom, so they two beasts. Two lions, so you can just imagine that. I'm like, I just be standing there looking at both of them like.
Hey, man, you know what that championship mindset's all about. We appreciate you coming out here. We'll let you get on with your celebration, man. We may see you out there tonight, all right?
Hey, this is Tyreek Hill. Make sure y'all tune in to Peacock, So Running for Life. Mama, Daddy, love y'all. Grandma, Granddad, I love y'all. Nala, Nakeem, Zev, Atticus, Deuce, I love y'all. Tyreek Hill Jr., I love y'all. All 5 of my kids.
Well, we know what he's going to be doing once he retires.
Hold the microphone.
I'm traveling to football games when I'm done.
Amen,
there
brother.
You go.
Hey, good job, man. Be good.
Tyreek, great seeing you, man. Thank you very much. Tyreek Hill, ladies and gentlemen, are you kidding me?
He just took over our show. That was the Tyreek Hill takeover. And look, I didn't even play, and I'm sweating more than him.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.